Police around Tiananmen Square made their presence clear as roughly 3,000 delegates to the National People's Congress are set to begin meeting tomorrow. The Congress is seen as mostly ceremonial, but delegates do officially approve policies on the ruling Communist Party's agenda, from corruption to the economy to the fight against pollution. We were let in amid tight security for an annual press conference, where foreign media still turns heads.
Americans are increasingly interested in what's happening here in China.
Roughly 3,000 journalists are registered to cover these sessions.
It's quite rare to get to ask questions at this level of the Chinese government. The opportunity only comes a couple of times a year, but this is China after all, and press conferences are different. Here, our questions had to be drafted by us ahead of time and then approved by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
The ministry selected our question to be among about a dozen answered at this choreographed presser.
I've been told to keep my hand raised, but I've just learned that I'll be the 8th person to be called on.
Indeed, we were the 8th called. It was the first time in years CBS News was selected.
It's been about 10 years since China announced the concept of a peaceful rise, but China's increased military spending seems anything but peaceful.
Our question raised the issue of tensions over disputed islands and China's muscular military stance.
Do China's neighbors and indeed the world have reason to fear China's boosted military presence in the region? And is this a result of increased U.S. focus in the region?
Fu Ying, the Congress's spokeswoman, said, "We think it takes power to maintain and preserve peace," adding, "The U.S. has publicly stressed multiple times it does not have a strategy to contain China, but we need to see the words and the action."
Along with discussing defense spending, state media here is also reporting that they'll be discussing changes to China's one-child policy and also the slowing economy here. When asked about the pollution, the spokeswoman pointed out the clear skies today. She said that they had produced smiles in the audience. Indeed, a rare, clear day. Nora, Charlie, Gail?
Well, Seth, even though it was carefully orchestrated, it was a very good question and a tough question, I think, that you posed. Yeah.
Seth, what do they expect to come out of this Congress?
Thanks. It got some traction.
Yeah. Yes,
what do they expect? I mean, sorry, there's a delay here. Yeah. I mean, the big issues are the changes to the China's one-child policy. The economy is a huge issue here. But this is, some say, a rubber stamp parliament. Not much will be really decided here.
Seth, do you get some sense that China really is changing and the issues that it's confronting suggest that there is change there?
Well, absolutely, Charlie. And one of the interesting things simply here was just having this question, allowing this question to be asked. When we submitted the questions as requested, we thought it might be a little pushy, but they took it anyway.
It was nicely done, Seth, nicely done. It's good to see that he could do it without having a mask and that Seth's question was chosen. There's a reason for